Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on North Bay Resources Incorporated, ticker symbol NBRI. Before I get started, I would like to note to please check my RP disclaimer. With that being said, this one should look familiar. Did this one a couple weeks ago. I can't remember quite what day, but I do remember it was right around here because the pattern was starting to shrink up on us and it was getting kind of close to one of those decision times. So real quick, what I'll do is just draw out that pattern again. What we had was basically a long-term symmetrical triangle where we had, the 200-day forming the base of it if you wanted to, or you could have drawn something like this. But either way, the point was that in the long term, the bulls had made the stronger move, put in higher lows, and then as they kind of just cruised along, on lower volume, I should add, just makes a great example actually of what you want to see during consolidation. And then finally, things have begun to pick up again. You can see that the price initially got above the trend line here, and then actually I should zoom in because it does a good little job of showing what you want to see happen chart-wise. So here the stock broke out, and then look what happened for about 3 days in a row. The bears try to push down back into the pattern, otherwise known as back testing. A lot of times when you see patterns like this break out, the breakout will be back tested, and that just simply means the price pulls back to where the resistance was, which now should be a support. And sure enough, here, great example, 3 days in a row, the price pulled back, but every single time this previous resistance portion of the pattern then acted as a support. And then today, the bears just got blasted out of the water. Huge move, up over 40%. And then you see the volume bar to confirm the movement, and the chart is really firing on all cylinders. So just a great looking chart. The reason we got to do it scrunched up like this now is for a good reason. We just got to be able to look back further in time so we can figure out where our supports and resistance levels are. So I'll leave this pattern up so you can remember kind of where we were. So the first update needs to simply be drawing out our newest level of support. This was the key level of resistance up here at 0.0475, but being that the bulls absolutely crushed it today, it has now been converted into a level of support. So this is going to be the first level of support that ideally we would like to see hold. Now keep in mind, I'm saying ideally because if the price does fall below it, by no means is that the end of the world, because there's still plenty of opportunities to put in higher lows. But if you were to ask me what level would you want to see it hold in order for the chart to look the best, it would be this level. But once again, let me repeat myself, it's not like if the price falls below this, does that mean the whole chart's toast or anything like that. Another level of support to keep your eyes on would be the 4-cent level. Where am I getting this from? Change this to green real quick. Well, if we go back through the history of the chart, you can see it acted as resistance here, acted as resistance there, and then you can see that when the resistance did finally fall, it really almost acted like a launch pad, putting, just launching the price upwards. Now in terms of other supports, we of course have all our trusty moving averages down here. As time goes on, these will catch up, but the moving averages, 4 cents, and then this previous resistance up here are going to be the key levels of support. Now for the fun stuff, we got to go hunt out some resistance levels, and this is a real good sign when you have to scrunch up the chart this much to just be able to find resistances. And now we can see that over here, back a long time ago, the price was up around the 6-cent area where it got rejected. So this is going to be the next area of resistance that the bulls are going to need to push through. And then after that, the next one's not going to be up until here at the 7-cent mark. So 6 cents and then 7 cents are going to be the next two levels of resistance, but pretty crazy considering the price used to be right down here around 2.5 cents, and now it's all the way up here, up over 100% from where it was just back in October, November. So good looking chart. This actually gives a good idea too from a long-term perspective. We had our pattern here, had the breakout, the back test, and then the move upwards. And then most importantly, this volume here to support the price action. Volume and price action, those are the two granddaddy of them all in terms of indicators. Without either of those, nobody's going to make any money, but they're both firing, they're both looking good. So that is where the chart currently stands. Definitely a breakout of this longer term symmetrical triangle, and now it's just a matter of getting up through these resistance levels. And once more, if it does decide to consolidate again, as long as the support levels hold, then the chart's going to remain very bullish. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, once more, this was NBRI. Thanks for listening.